Hello everyone, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome along. If you're new, please hit that subscribe down there. And if you are already subscribed, or if you think you're subscribed, please check you are, because it seems that YouTube are up to their little tricks again, unsubscribing people. So, and also, if when you do subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and you'll get to know when my latest videos come out, which is pretty much every day, pretty much. Anyway, book review today. This has come from Wingleader. And I must offer them a big apology. This book came a little while ago, and obviously you know about recent things that have happened around, and it got put to one side and I completely forgot about it, so I need to make them a big apology. You can see this was actually arrived on the 12th of June, which was about 2 weeks after loss of little Jess. So yeah, so just got put to the side really. I wasn't really interested in doing videos at that point, if you remember. So sorry about that. Things are back to normal now, and anything I get now will be reviewed straight away as usual. So yeah, sorry about that. So anyway, this book has come from Wingleader, as I say. It's part of the Photo Archive series, and it's been delivered by Bookworld. And I recommend, when you order your Wingleader books, order them from this company. Here they are there. Okay, order from there. Order direct on the Wingleader website, because basically they come beautifully packaged. So first of all, I always do this on my videos, you get this lovely plastic sealed envelope, so if the book gets wet, it doesn't matter because it's sealed. Then it's in a cardboard envelope, which is nice and rigid, okay, so that's okay, so you're not going to get any dog-eared corners or anything. Then it's in this lovely bag, this bubble wrap bag, which means your book's going to arrive perfect. And here it is in perfect condition. The corner there is slightly bent up, probably because I've been flicking through it. So there we go. I have had a quick flick through this book, but I haven't by any means really studied it and, you know, be able to pick out all the details for you. But you can have a look through this. Obviously, this is on the Westland Lysander worldwide service, and it's by Andrew Thomas, and much of the Wingleader team also got involved in digging through their archives to find out information. There is a note in there that says they were absolutely amazed at how much they thought they knew and didn't about the Lysander. So it's one of my favourite aircraft of World War II. I absolutely love it. I managed to get the 1/32 scale one from Revell, which is the ex-Matchbox kit. I wish they would re-release it, because I would go and buy another couple, because it's beautiful, such a beautiful aircraft. And I wish somebody would do a beautiful interior set for it, or, you know, a new company bring one out. Maybe Border will do one in 35th scale. Who knows? It would be interesting to see. But you can see this is Photo Archive number 32. It's on the Westland Lysander, and if you want to go and get yourself one, you can. There's the ISBN number there. Okay, so you can make a note of that. And there's your Wingleader website address. You can go on there and find it, and they are still 1995, which is absolutely incredible. They've been 1995 since number one, and when you think of how the price of things have increased over the last year, you know, these have stayed at 1995. I don't know how they've done it. I am expecting to see, you know, 22.95 or something, 23.95 even. You know, I mean, you pay a good £6-7 for a decent magazine these days, don't you? It's ridiculous. A whole book, and it's got 73 pages, you know, plus the front and rear cover, and it's 1995. It's absolutely incredible. Anyway, so as I say, it's number 32. It's their latest one, I believe. I must check on their website. It's the latest one they've sent me. So we will go through every page, but as I say, I haven't gone through it and really studied it, so I can't give you any massive sort of feedback on what's in here. But anyway, so got a lovely picture there. There's three Lysanders there in a dive. Is it Lysander or Lysander? I'll say either, and then everybody will be happy. So here's the introduction. So this is the first prototype, K6127. As you can see, it's in the RAF silver paint there. We've got the clear windows down there. I'm not exactly sure what that's for. Maybe it'll point it out to us. And you can see here the two-pronged pitot tube they're showing us there. And there she is with the cowling flaps open, looking gorgeous. And the beautiful spats on the wheels, and just such a lovely looking aircraft, isn't it? In my opinion anyway, I think they're beautiful. The second production Mark 1 was L4674, being used for trials work. And as you can see, we've got some arrowed bits and pieces here. Spat guide covers were removable, so they could, it says to prevent clogging with mud. It's so they could clear them out. It doesn't prevent, it's just so they could clear them out. Remember, that was a big problem with the Stuka. It's another aircraft that had spats. They used to clog up so often they would run them without spats because they would clog up with mud and snow and everything. B, what's like down here, is a long pole that was lowered to hook a message from ground-based troops to help coordinate artillery spotting duties. Wow, so they would drop that down, and much like they used to do in the Antarctic. And C is the distinctively angled aerial mast with a wire running to the top of the fin. On later aircraft, this mast was replaced with two smaller ones on the outboard upper sections of each wing. So there we go. The gun ports can be seen. They've got gun ports in there. I never knew Lysanders had guns. Maybe they got rid of them after a while. We shall see. Here we are, got some lovely pictures here. This is the Mark 1 and the Mark 3. And you can see the difference in the cowling here. It's the cowl flaps are cut away, and it looks like the cowl, yeah, you can see this panel line here, A. It looks like the cowl on the Mark 1 and Mark 3 is further back. So there's your difference there. Much like your Hurricanes, the Mark 1 is shorter than the Mark 2. And then we've got a lovely picture there of the instrument panel, and there's some notes there telling you which every bits and pieces are. Lovely little dioramas set up there if you wanted to do that. There's an aircraft being worked on, or being serviced, or being built, or whatever. But you can see with all the side panels removed and all the gubbins and interior exposed. Beautiful. And I think in the Revell kit you do get a lot of detail on the inside, but there's a lot to be added. Here you can see one with the side spats removed, and you can see those lines there, those little frames there. They prevent the mud from getting up in there. So obviously they've had problems with the mud, so they just took the outer covers off and then they'll clear themselves out. It looks like an old mud guard on a sidecar or something, doesn't it? Here we can see one with spotlights in it. And is that guns there? Not sure what that is. Yeah, this 20mm Hispano cannon. There you go. We've got guns in the rear here. So we've got a double there. It's going to be 303s, are they? No, they're a Lewis machine gun. And then we've got left a Vickers K machine gun. Yeah, there was 303, sorry. Later Lysanders were equipped with twin 303 Brownings with a belt feed mechanism and reflector sight. You can see some guns there being loaded into the 303s again. And then we can see some little bombs or bomblets. And you can see there the ammo being loaded in. Got some bigger bombs there. You can see there the foothold for getting up in. And then these aircraft actually went out and they put out poisons and stuff. This is anti-malarial, but they also did put out some nasty chemicals as well. L4705 was part of the first production batch and was finished in dark green, dark earth camouflage with silver undersides to the wings and tailplanes. So the fuselage didn't have the silver. And there we go, we can see some all flying there together in formation. There they are going into a left-hand pitch. And you can see here practicing with that rod to pick up information. You can see the hook on the end there, so it hooks it and then it doesn't let it go. Brilliant. So here's L4761 ANB 13 Squadron, April 1939. I'd love to know what that little window's for. It's probably for looking in at something rather than somebody looking out. Whereas maybe there was somebody sat back there, who knows. There we go, he's going to tell us here. Here we go. The hinged window panel allowed access to a compartment that stored the starter handle and, more importantly, ballast weights, which could be added or removed to help trim the aircraft depending upon what it was carrying. Okay, so it's a little window panel. And then you've got, typical of these Wingleader books, you've got modeller's notes down here. Absolutely gorgeous. So there we go. So here you can see nice wartime colour image there. Very nice with the dark earth and dark green camouflage. Beautiful. Flaps down. Note flaps down when they're parked up. They seem to always have their flaps down when they're parked up, so that's good news. We like to see our models with the flaps down, don't we? Oops. And then turn over the page again. We've got lots of more black and white images with all bits and pieces explaining what's going on. Phony war images. Oversized roundels. Great big roundels on the sides, huge roundels for obviously for easy identification. Maybe people were thinking they were Henshaw 123s or something from the distance. And you can see here, it's seen here conducting exercises with the Home Guard at the Western Command Weapons Training School at Altcar near Formby during the summer. The large roundel is again evident along with the recently applied yellow outer ring. Seems like these guys are shooting at it. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Never mind. And then here we can see there's the aircraft there, ODE, with the big yellow ring around the roundel. And you can see we've got all the notes there. No spats and the scraper ring on the tyre. Army cooperation. It's got this arrowed thing here. What's that? The message pickup hook. That's what that is again. And then here you can see we've got the single machine gun in the back. Here we are now with a single pitot tube rather than the double one we had earlier. You can see there's a squadron here with a caravan set up. The tables out in the field, as we've seen in films so many times. So this one here, it's in Wiltshire in the spring of 1941. The aircraft appears to have a three-tone camouflage, probably more result of retouching areas of paint rather than any official scheme. The exhaust for the oil cooler cockpit heater is arrowed. There we go. You can see there releasing a supplies canister, so that's what that is there. That's a supplies canister. Now this is a funny looking thing here. Look at this. It's like the back of a Lancaster and the front of a Lysander. You could make that from your spares box, couldn't you? And get some conversations going at a local show. There was only ever one built. It was designed to go and strafe the beaches, but it didn't really work apparently. So I did have a little read about that one. It says, thus configured, the aircraft performed well but was not proceeded with, and it remained a one-off. It was finished in standard colours but with yellow undersides. So there you go. If you want to go and build yourself a little conversation maker, there you go. Here you can see one of those aircraft that is they used to spray poison gas, and after such a sortie, the aircraft had to be hosed down. So there it is being hosed down. The guys all in their gear, look, so protective gear. So I'm guessing the pilots are still in there, so they don't touch anything on the outside. And here we are. This one's still. That's the same aircraft by the look of it, still being hosed down, being washed down to remove any dangerous chemicals. There we can see one coming out of a hangar. Another one here showing they're showing there the footrests in the there's a camera being taken out, and there's the footholds for getting up in. Here we can see one of the wing sock in the background. There's an antenna there up on the wing. You can see a slat there. Some more lovely images. Oops, some more upside down. And then we're going to Africa. Got one here with the camera so you can see them over now. With its European dark green sky camouflage looking suitably weathered from operating in harsh conditions. Belonging to the Rhodesian manned 237 squadron, it successfully flew against the Italians in East Africa. It was abandoned at Gamba on May 13th, 1942 when the Western Desert Comms note the lack of spinner. Great big fin flashes on there. And here we have the Free French. So an unidentified Free French Lysander 2 of Group Bretagne in early 1941, showing the underwing cross of Lorraine markings in a decorative style. Heavy drums have been attached to the wheels to anchor the aircraft against severe desert winds. The engine has been covered to stop sand blowing in. There we go. There's another picture of one there. And then here we've got the standard cross without all the decorative circular bits on it. India and Burma. God, they got around, didn't they? See one there with netting. There's one here stuck in a trench. Oh dear. I should imagine that was extremely difficult to get out of there. And then we have special duties. So ASR duties was modified for the special duties role, namely delivery and pickup of agents in occupied Europe. I remember there was a film about this, wasn't there, or something? The SD aircraft later had a disruptive upper camouflage shown on page 56. There we go, disruptive camouflage on the top. You can see it there. There's some little dogs. We love dogs in this house, don't we? And then 161 Squadron, June 1944. Was that ladder a permanent fixture, I wonder? It certainly looks like it, doesn't it? How strange. How strange. Yeah, fixed external lego to rear cockpit on port side with worn white luminescent paint. Beautiful aircraft, isn't it, Lysander? It's such a good looking aircraft. And then we've got the Air Sea Rescue. They got involved in everything, didn't they? There was nothing they didn't do. Air Sea Rescue, and then we got to the right, a container holding M-type dinghy pack being lifted onto the bomb rack under the stub wing, so they drop a dinghy down for down pilots. There we go. Lovely. See the antenna there going back. And then we have target tugs. So you can see they're towing a target for practice. And here you can see a distinctive, I think that's yellow and black. Black and yellow, yeah, black and yellow undersides. You can see it there as well. Looking very, very nice. Here's one in an American star on it for the US Air Force, or US Army Air Force at the time. East Wretham. It's kind of a dark earth, dark green camouflage with black and yellow undersides. It has an interesting combination of markings, having yellow outlined US stars on the fuselage, but retains RAF markings on the tail and under the wings. That was to confuse people. And here we have some exports. So the Turkish Air Force was a pre-war customer that bought 36 Lysander 2s. You can see a brand new plane there being towed by a tug. Looking beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous looking aircraft. And then here finally we've got some Finnish aircraft, and you'd think that was captured, wouldn't you? But no, they're Finnish. And then here's a list of all the serial batches and unit codes. So there we go. Fleet Air Arm, Indian Air Force, Royal Australian Air Force, Royal Canadian Air Force, Royal Egyptian Air Force, United States Army Air Force. So they certainly did get around. So there we go. So that's the latest book from Wingleader, and a beauty it is. If you're into the Lysander, I suggest you go and get yourself one. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous book, and yeah, I should get my 32nd scale kit out and build it at some point. Well, I guess I could replace the gun with resin. That's about it, really. I'm not sure there's anything else available. Wouldn't it be great if Tamiya did a 32nd scale Lysander? Wouldn't it be great? Because it would be a gorgeous kit. But that's not going to happen, is it? So anyway, there you go, guys. That's been a review of that book. As I say, go and get yourself one from wingleader.co.uk, and you can also, there's the ISBN code if you want to look at it for in your country. But a lot of people from America have told me they've bought from wingleader.co.uk, and it's been delivered perfectly, very quickly. So and apparently the postage is very reasonable as well. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all soon. Look out for the next Wingleader book. As soon as it arrives, it will be reviewed. Bye for now.